Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bulldogs ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. A first down for the offense. The give from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Auburn would love nothing better than to do what it did the last time these two men, just take the dogs behind the woodshed.
Yeah, they hammer the dogs. They built so much positive momentum in the program. Recruiting, everything about beating Georgia is good. And the bragging rights right there in the state of Alabama, right on that Georgia line, it's even greater.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And down he goes back at the 3. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Now, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
He's going to run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Defensively on third and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let him throw the football. Make him throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around.
And now the ball is knocked free. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That return is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot from Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
Predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight end.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for a man. It's Nix. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Running for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1. I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down in 4th and 1.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games like this.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to...
Gonna take a shot. And the pass is intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Nix. He looks that one in nicely. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to get the corner here on the jet sweep.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
extra point splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over the Pandas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Touch pass on the right. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They'll line up for a second down play. The run from the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. Takes it from the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the run, fires downfield. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield. But they stayed home. They had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Scanning the field, it's Nix. He wants to go deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Time to take a shot. snatches it on the run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nix. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, ball game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's out past the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run it from the gun. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent? This
Running toward the tape. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. First down, 10 yards to go.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
They'll leave it with him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off and putting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. He wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Here on third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Splits the uprights. Good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kennesaw State is currently up big right now. I got to think Cobb County is ready to party long into the night. They're up by 24 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Nix. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They're going to throw it again. He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw in the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Back to throw, it's Nix. They're working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball security. That has got to be at a premium right now for this young man.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Big decision now for the head coach with 4th down close to the goal line. You're down by 3. It's the 4th quarter. Do you take advantage of this field position and go for the knockout blow, try to take the lead? I would play it safe here. Count on my defense to get me the football back and give me a chance to win.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. And now on second down for this offense. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on it just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Using his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Back to pass, it's Nix. Throws to the back. Firing to the right, complete. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll try the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This almost certainly to win the game. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. That late clutch field goal puts them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Coming out with it, it's Yates. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.